Hey everyone, thank you for watching today's video. I'm so excited to do, we got a new declutter and this one is going to be my highlight declutter. I have seen so many requests come in to do a highlight declutter. A lot of you know 2022 was not the year of highlighter for Samantha March. I was barely wearing it and I still have a pretty decent sized collection of highlighters here, so we definitely need to be doing some decluttering. I have already posted my foundation, bronzer, and blushes, and my blush declutter was not as savage as I thought that it was going to be, so I'm a little concerned how my highlight declutter is gonna go, but let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go, highlights. So let's start off here with Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand highlight. This is a beautiful liquid highlight, but it is crusty. I just posted a video on my beauty resolutions for 2023. And one of the questions is, what is a product that you are leaving behind? I said that I thought that I could do just highlighters on a whole, but I was like, I don't think I'm not ever going to highlight again. Like sometimes I still want to, but this product I have had for many years. It is pretty much empty. It is super light. And like I said, it's actually crusty. It's beautiful though. I need to repurchase it. I know I'm going to be sad that it's not in my collection anymore, but it is time to go. Okay, I have a lot here from Colourpop per usual. These two are from the Winnie the Pooh collection. So we have Mind Over Matter and 100 Aker Wood, I believe are the names of these. These are really pretty. Actually, out of the Winnie the Pooh collection, I thought the highlights were more of a standout. I have also worn these on my eyes, but while they are beautiful, again, I want to be pretty ruthless when it comes to my highlighters. I only keep my tippy top favorites. So these are pretty, but I can definitely give them a new home. This one from Colourpop is in Moon Peach. This was a part of the Avatar, or one of the Avatar collections, and this one here actually has a bit of a blue shift to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it the best on camera, but it's like a peachy highlight but then with a blue shift. And I wore this one time and I had so many people ask me, is your highlight blue? Is your highlight blue? And I was like, I am probably never going to be wearing this highlight again. I am just not a colored highlight kind of girl, so I am going to put that one in my declutter pile. And then I'm looking at these two, and I only want to keep one. So we have Seismic and then On the Cusp. Oof. Okay, I feel like swatching helps a little bit though, because the one on top, Seismic, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. This is a little bit more of what I usually wear for a highlight. The On the Cusp is a little bit more golden, so I'm going to keep and declutter. I really do like the Colourpop Super Shock products, eyeshadows, blushes, highlights, but I really only wanted to keep one. I do have one more here from Colourpop, and this is in a Flip Flop. This is really pretty also, but again, I would rather just keep that Super Shock, so going to declutter that one. I have a highlight palette that I have kept around. This is from Sigma, and this is the Glow Kissed palette. Now this is beautiful, but this is 6 really large highlighters. I just don't really go for makeup palettes like this anymore, like a bronzer palette, a blush palette, but definitely not a highlight palette. Beautiful, in great shape, but I can pass that on to someone else. Okay, I have 2 here from Natasha Denona. So one is I Need a Nude Glow. I was actually really disappointed by this highlight. I bought it because I loved the Super Glow so much, and I just did not feel like it had much oomph. Even when I swatch it, like it just feels like it's more firmly pressed. It just didn't show up on the skin the way I was hoping it would. This was an expensive highlight, but I am going to declutter it. But I do want to keep around my Super Glow. This is one of my most worn highlights. Like when I am actually wearing highlight, this is what I am going into. I do want to say it's a product that I'm like surprised I haven't hit pan in, but really, like, I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to hit pan on a highlight, but this one is so just so stunning, just a favorite of mine. Definitely have to keep around the Natasha Denona. I have this stack here from Kaja Beauty. This is the Viva Shine. I was excited to get this because it went viral on TikTok and I was having so many people tag me in it, because I actually really do enjoy the Kaja brand and I love the eyeshadow stacks, but a highlight stack, like this one is kind of like a little bit more of like a chunky glitter. The middle shade was really beautiful, but this one here wasn't the best for my skin tone. So a highlight stack doesn't really get me going like an eyeshadow stack would, especially like a neutral one, like Neutral Moment. So I'm going to declutter that one as well. I have one from Charlotte Tilbury, and I've been staring at this one and staring at this one. This is the Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. This is one that was very expensive, but I bought it because everyone was so shook when she was coming out with this, and I didn't really like it that much. It's fine and it's pretty, but it wasn't anything that I was like, oh yes. And then especially with the price tag, I wasn't like, yes, that was a really good use of my money. I was still kind of thinking, like as I pulled out my highlights, I was like, I'm probably gonna end up keeping the Charlotte Tilbury. I like the brand, have a lot of products from them, decluttering the highlight wand, but I'm actually gonna declutter this one too. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is the purpose of me keeping it? Oh, okay. Well, there's always has to be one in my declutters, and I'm like, huh, didn't see that one coming. Next up, I have this one from Merit. This is their Day Glow in Citrine. So you do have a cream highlight here. It's pretty, but kind of like with the Merit bronzer, which I decluttered, it just doesn't really have a ton of oomph for me. And again, I like more of a natural highlight as well, or more of like a natural glow, but this is just not enough. So also decluttering that one. I do have 3 here from Ofra, but I think one is actually this one here. It doesn't have a label on it. This is my sample that I received because these are my collaborations that I've done with Ofra Cosmetics. So you can see I've actually hit pan in my highlight here, which I'm really proud of, but this is like my original sample that I got to try out. So, you know, I'm gonna keep this one. Like I'm keeping all of my collabs, but even like the sample, it's like, why would I not keep that one? And this one here is in Dream Chaser, which I just absolutely love. This was my newest highlight I released with them, and I just think that it's so beautiful. I've worn it as a highlight. I've worn it on my eyes, inner corner, brow bone highlight. And then this one here is kind of like a nice one of Start Inspired. A lot of times with my collab products, I keep one that looks a little bit nicer that I really don't use that much. And those are the ones that like I'll show on camera and that sort of thing. And then I have the ones that are just kind of more messy looking. I don't know why, but I've kind of always done that with my collabs. But this was my original, actually my original product that I put out with Ofra. And it's my 2 favorite highlights from them combined into one. So you have the 2 pieces of Pillow Talk and the 2 pieces of Star Island. And I named this one Start Inspired. So all of my products with Ofra are still available on the website. And also on Ulta Beauty, I have a code on the Ofra site, which is Samantha. But keeping all 3 of these, one, you know, is a sample, but the 2 I'd just be keeping anyways. All right, next up I have this one from Odin's Eye, and this is in Lavender Dream. This is a really cool highlight, but just like the name might suggest, it is more of this purple lavender highlight. And again, I just don't go for the colored highlights all that much. It is very, very pretty, but I just don't really think I'll be wearing this again. So I'm going to declutter that one. This here from Lawless Beauty, this is their highlight in Afternoon Delight. This is a fine product, but not an absolute favorite of mine. I've tried a lot from the brand, and the highlight I just thought was okay. I've kept it around. I enjoy the Lawless brand. I think about doing videos like full face, you know, only using one brand, that sort of thing, because I have started a second channel. You can find the link to that in my description box, and my full length videos are coming in 2023, but the actual channel is up if you want to subscribe so you can get notified when I do start posting the new videos over there. I'm still going to be doing beauty videos, but not as much as I normally do. I'm in Vlogmas right now, posting daily, but I still upload multiple times a week regularly. But I'm kind of cutting back on that a little bit and shifting focus. So I just don't feel that pressure to keep as much makeup either. So I am going to declutter that one. I have been staring at my palette from Dior and staring at this palette from Dior. This is the Backstage Glow Face Palette. I purchased this one and I was pretty disappointed in it. I've seen really good reviews on it, and to me I was just kind of like, okay, it's fine. Like, it's not absolutely terrible or anything, but I don't know, I guess I was expecting my life to change the way I've seen some reviews come in, and I just don't really reach into this one all that often. It's one of those things that's like, I feel like it's hard to declutter because I did spend a lot of money on it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not gonna reach for it. So I'm gonna declutter that one, but I am gonna keep my single one from Dior. I actually bought them at the same time because that's how much of a problem that I was having with makeup. So I did also buy this highlight, and I think that this one is really pretty. I do also like the bronzer that I bought at the same time. This is the Dior Forever Luminizer in Nude Glow. Love the packaging. So I am going to at least keep one Dior around. A couple of liquid products that I have. One here is from Melt Cosmetics, and this is their Sex Foil, and I got the shade Stargazer. I did not give this good reviews, unfortunately. You know, I don't mind a liquid highlight, but this one I felt like you had to use so much product in order to get any sort of payoff, so I was just pretty disappointed in that. Don't reach for it. I said that I was gonna like put it on my shoulders and my chest and be like glowy body. No, never did that, so going to declutter that one. And then I have from Auric, this is their Glow Lust, and the shade that I have kept for myself is in Morganite. I am going to keep this one. This is Sam Ravindell's brand and one of the first products that they launched with, and I was really excited to receive it. And I feel like this is an interesting product because you can use it in so many different ways. You can use it as a liquid highlight, you can use it as more of like a glowy primer. I sometimes have mixed this in with different like foundations and that sort of thing to make it a little bit more glowy. So I like that there's multiple uses that you can get out of it. I would like to keep this one in my collection. So that is going to stay. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've saved some of the harder ones for last. Ah, okay. I have two here from Sigma Beauty. Let's see. So we have Savannah, and then we also have Golden Hour. Again, I really like these from Sigma. I really like the formula of them. I ended up keeping both of my blushes and the bronzer from this, but actually I'm looking over the highlights that I have, and especially like my ones with Ofra, I think I'm actually going to declutter both of these. If I had to keep one, it would be the one in Savannah because it's a little bit closer to what I wear, but again, I feel like I've kept others that are more similar to this. I don't think I'm gonna regret it. I think that I will be okay with that decision. So I am going to declutter both of those. And then the last two, oh, okay, Mary Luminizer from the Balm. We gotta keep her, right? We like Mary, I know I've had this highlight for such a long time, but it just has so many good memories tied to it. I am shocked. I can say this wholeheartedly. I am shocked I have not hit pan in this one because for so long, this was the only highlight that I owned. And there's a point in time where I was wearing highlight every single day. I mean, I did the full face of highlight challenge over here, okay? But I just don't want, I feel like I would regret if I did declutter the Mary Lou. I just don't feel like it's time yet. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to. And then we have the one from Benefit, and this is the Cookie Highlight. This one is so stunning, and I've been looking at it and I've been thinking about it, but truly I freaking hate this packaging so much, and I think that's what's gonna make me declutter it. You can see like I have like a gouge in there, probably of like me trying to swatch. You can see like my fingernail in there. Again, I like it. I like the shade. It's a little bit more pinky, but so is my Start Inspired highlight. So I think that I will be fine. Oh, I thought I was going to keep Cookie also. That's a little bit surprising to me, but whew, that was a big one. Okay, let me pull everything out. We'll see how I did. So here are the final results for my highlight declutter. Everything on top here is what I'm getting rid of. And I'm decluttering 18 highlights. And then here on the bottom is what I'm keeping. And I'm keeping a whopping 8. 3 of those being my own collection and one of them being a sample I probably didn't even have to include in this video, but here we are. Ofra, Auric, Natasha, Denona, Dior, Colourpop, and the Balm. That is what we are keeping from my highlight collection. I feel really good about this declutter. I feel very successful with this. Highlight is just a product I'm not really wearing a lot, so to only have the 8 in my collection, I feel really successful with this. So I hope you enjoyed seeing another declutter. Definitely let me know what you want to see for the next category. And as always, if you enjoyed this one, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.